All right. We'll move it just a little bit that way we can see. No, it's more, a little bit around here. Okay. Hey guys, we just finished maybe 2.5 hours of training. This is a very small gym, so after our student left, me and Evander put in another, I don't know, another what, hour and a half?
Hour and a half.
Yeah, and tonight we mostly focused on Thai boxing. We were going to do wrestling, but we just ran out of time and we're kind of burnt out. But anyways, we shot this video. We're going to shoot a video talking about just the journey of becoming a professional MMA fighter in a small town. It's very difficult. Unfortunately, my gym is very small. I'm in a small town, so it's very hard to get sponsorship or even get enough students to come train on a consistent level so that we have the money to help Evander become, get to where he needs to go. We don't know how far he'll go. It's all about reaching your potential with sincerity and honesty and being authentic. Anyways, Evander and I were talking, and we thought about maybe doing some kind of fun crowdsourcing or crowdfunding, maybe to support him, and my training, the cost of training him and stuff. You want to add some stuff? Add some stuff, because that way I don't ramble on and on.
Yeah, sure. All right, guys. So MMA is becoming legal in New York, and in our past, when we go fight, right, it's always been just us in the gym, and whoever is training there. It's usually me, my sensei, whoever else is training with us is usually some of our few students, and your daughter.
Yeah,
right?
She's been to like maybe 5 of Evander's MMA fights. Hilarious.
Yeah, but that's it. Every time we go, we're always the
underdog.
Yeah, the underdog, the outsider. People go in and boo us.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like no one knows. Like we're from like this freaking little town. Like check out Google or check out Clyde, New York. Population of maybe 2,400, like 2,400. Super small town. When I first moved here, I opened an MMA school. People thought I was a fake because no one around here knew MMA or knew like the component of MMA, which is basically a striking art, grappling art, and a clinching or wrestling art. And my background is Muay Thai or Thai boxing, judo, and I was lucky enough to train all over the place. And it took me a long time. I think Evander's been with me for 5, heading to 6.
Yeah, heading to 6 years.
Heading to 6 years, and he stuck around all this time. I think it took maybe a short 6-month break due to your eye injury in school. But other than that, been very consistent, and it shows like with hard work, consistency. 6 years ago, you would never thought you'd be fighting professionally. Yeah. I mean, I told him he could. I just said you have to stick it out. My training style is kind of weird. I don't, notice I hardly ever scream or shout. I mean, I kind of raise my voice a little bit.
I mean, you gotta raise your voice.
Yeah. How am I
working hard over here?
Yeah, how am I to get my point across? But it's like it's. I think what we're trying to look for is people to sponsor us and support us, but not just like writing a couple of things. I call them cheerleaders. We want you guys to do it with action. Either we're gonna create a Patreon page where you can donate like $1, $2, $3, whatever amount that will help. Like me and Evander, we literally work on a shoestring budget, like literally shoestring budget. Everything you see at this gym, it took me like 10 years to build up. These wrestling mats, these mats here, I made these mats, and they're like super nice mats. Like you can throw each other on it. The blue mats you see underneath these gray mats are wrestling mats that my students donated. We found them being thrown out at a middle school, and we cleaned it up and everything. In the back here, there's like a dozen boxing gloves and headgears and crap like that. And these are just stuff that I just picked up or people donate, or I got on clearance, Salvation Army, everything. It's a long journey. I think it's going to be a Cinderella story. We don't know how far it'll go, but anything's possible, I think, with being consistent and stuff. Why don't you say some stuff?
Yeah, I mean, look how far we come so far with so little.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like I think the largest my gym ever gotten to was maybe like 12 paying students at once. Yeah, that was it, and I was so happy because once like I had enough money to pay my my rent, the cost of running this place, and a little bit of spending money. But so far, every cent I made has been put back to this gym. The last couple of years has been hard. Maybe because I've been distracted training you. I'm just saying, it's not a bad thing. I lost my focus. But I think my strength is just coaching people and training people. we're going to change that a little bit with the casino being built. You know, we're going to change the curriculum a little bit so that it's not as intense. I think the way we train here is very intense. It doesn't seem intense for us because we've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've been doing martial arts since I was 21. And so for me, and I have not stopped a day. Like, I stopped a little bit because I got busy with work and school, but yeah, I think what we're looking for is people to not just support us, like, you know, writing little words of encouragement on Facebook. Anyone can do that. I call them cheerleaders, you know. Me and Evander joke about this a lot. Like, imagine if Evander walks down the UFC ramp, people get so excited, you know, because they know him, this little town, and everyone cheers for him. But, you know, that's fine and dandy, but where were you when we needed you? You know what I'm saying? And I don't like that. I rather wish, like, okay, fine, you cheer me on and stuff. And I rather have people support us from day one, or help us whatever way you can. You know what I'm talking about. Why don't you express what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. So, like we said before, usually when we go fight, it's just us, and we're all alone there. And it's something that we want to be able to experience, or something that we want to be able to do, is know we have just an army of support, like every other fighter, you know?
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
So, if we can just get some more support, we can have the ability to bring more shows. We can do more fights, especially around in the area.
Yeah. A couple of things we're encountering now. We had to turn down a couple of fights. Evander had mono and adrenaline fatigue, so we had to I had to turn down, like, I think 3 offers of fights in the last 2.5 months, right? Because he just wasn't, you know. And now we're getting up for another fight. We don't know which organization. I'm negotiating some contract, but you know, he has to weight cut. And what we realized was that his diet has to be on point, but also the weight cut's very difficult. And eating really healthy food costs way more money than eating unhealthy food.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
right?
it does. Mm-hmm.
And so that's something that we need. A lot of times when we drive to different places, you probably know this, I spend a lot of money out of my own pocket, you know, lots. And it's a very expensive endeavor. You know, I do it because I believe in Evander. I also want to showcase my knowledge, my coaching skills. This is why I do it. But it would be nice if people do support us, you know. And I think it'll also bring attention to this community. You know, it's so ironic that no one from this area really gives us any support, which is kind of weird. I guess it's life, you know. I think it's life, you know. We're kind of philosophical in our approach. So if you like our deep thinking about a deep discussion about martial art and stuff like that, there's more reasons to donate. You know, we're not your typical MMA school. Notice Evander doesn't have any tattoos. I don't have any tattoos. We don't have a lot of bravado. We believe our bravado, or the way we perform in the ring, speaks more than our bravado. You know, so we want to have the success of Conor McGregor, but we don't have the bravado. Like we don't want his bravado.
We can do it without.
Yeah, we can do it without. But we're still gonna be mentally tough and everything like that. You know what I mean? We're gonna, if you train in traditional martial art like Kyokushinkai, Judo, whatever, I think you should look into sponsoring us, because those are my background. I'm second degree in Judo. My Judo's not very good, but I'm second degree in it. I'm first degree in Kudo, which is a derivative of Kyokushinkai. Evander fought in Kyokushinkai before. I fought in Kyokushinkai before. So we're traditional martial artists. We just happen to perform on a different platform, which is MMA. And I'm also getting Evander to fight in more like Glory Rule, K1 Rule, because it's tough to fight MMA all the time because the money's not there. So, you know, so we want people who love martial art but don't like the bravado. That's another reason to kind of follow us and support us. You know, I mean, we'll be authentic. We don't need to scream and shout and do these stupid stuff. You'll never see me and Evander partying and taking drugs or whatever that. We believe in what we do. You know, we're not going to say we're going to be your role model. I hate being put on a pedestal. I think that's very difficult to have responsibility. But we're going to conduct ourselves in a very authentic manner. That's what martial arts is about. There's a guy, the founder of I forget his name, but he said that with martial art, once it becomes entertainment, it loses its value. And so mixed martial art is entertainment now. You know what I mean? And so you know what my dream is? When Evander fight, people will say, holy shit, this guy's totally different, the way he conducts himself. And just the way he fights, it's going to be like, whoa, it's going to be crisp, it's going to be beautiful, it's going to be classic judo technique, karate technique, Thai boxing technique. It's going to be beautiful execution of judo throws. If you have a chance, check out some of his videos, and they're just beautiful. Uchimata, Ogoshi, straight cross, elbows. You haven't thrown any elbows yet. Knees, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just beautiful. And it's just the old way of doing Budo. And I honestly believe that's the way it should be done. I'm not saying everyone has to be like that, but imagine you brand yourself like that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I think you'll be super popular in Japan. You know, go ahead and say some other stuff because I'm rambling on and on.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. What more is there to say?
No, say some other stuff. You know what I mean?
Anyway, just to top it off, MMA is becoming legal in New York. Soon there's going to be a bunch of events coming up all over the place.
Yes.
And we would love to perform for the communities that are near us, for our friends, our family, our fans. And with your support, we'll be able to do that.
Yes. Oh, the other thing is MMA is going to be legalized, so there's going to be so many professional MMA shows, okay? And you're going to see us fighting on them a lot. And so if you want to sponsor us, and if the sponsorship is significant, we'll put your the name of your company on our website, on our apparels, etc. You know what I mean? And so you'll see your name being plastered on his shorts and on the website, on the t-shirt, and stuff like that. You know, we're gonna make sure that we are a great representation of your brand. Like, you know what I mean? You won't see Evander doing anything crazy. You know what I mean? And so it's one of the fastest growing sport. It's probably the fastest growing sport right now in Asia. It's exploding in Asia, and you know, and I think it's hard to find like great martial artists performing on an MMA platform. So I think there's going to be a huge one in Madison Square Garden. UFC is going to be in Madison Square Garden by the end of the year. It's going to be in Albany, I think in November. Mm-hmm. Don't quote me on it. I got some of my facts mixed up. You know, if you guys enjoy MMA but don't like the bravado, don't like some of the sloppy technique, keep an eye out for Evander. All right. Say one more thing. Say something else.
Say one more thing. Jeez,
I know. I keep on blabbering on and on.
Yeah, you just said, you know, hey, make sure you have something really nice to say, but you have a whole resume.
I know. I talk too much. I talk too much.
That's okay. Yeah. Anyway, so we have some videos on YouTube. My resume speaks for itself. You can see clean judo, effective striking, that sort of thing. If you want to see just a little bit different performance, come support us.
Yeah. Oh, the other thing is this. So our school is freaking small, right? We only have an average of 6 students here at times.
Oh, yeah.
And the last 6 amateur fights that Evander had, was it 6 or 7? He was the main event, and he fought for titles. So the last 6 MMA fight that Evander had, it was all title fight. And the first professional MMA event Evander had, he was the main event. So that shows you that the promoters believe in him. And 2 months ago, Evander almost had, we had a call to fight on World Submission, a fight. That didn't work out because we didn't get there in time for the medical checkup and crap like that. It was a last minute call. But that shows you, like, it's like a Cinderella story. It's almost there. How I like to describe it is maybe, you know, you had to run home. It was the clock strike 12. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So that was almost going to the ball and having your debut, and we just missed that. But the opportunity was shown. Remember how your first title belt?
In Whitehall, right?
Oh no, we were scared shitless because he didn't fight for almost 6 months.
Right.
Yeah, and he fought someone a lot bigger than him, like a lot bigger.
That was the first time we did 185, right?
Yeah, when the first time 185 was kind of scary, but I believe in him, and I've been doing this for a long time, so I see things. You know what I mean? And it was a doozy. If you have a chance, check out Whitehall, New York, Evander Russ, Evander Russ. And you see that fight, it was brutal. I mean, you fought someone who was about 6'4".
No, he wasn't 6'4".
Well,
6'1", 6 maybe.
Yeah, but
taller than me.
He was tall, and Evander hadn't trained for about 6 months because he was coming off an eye surgery and stuff. And it was a doozy. It was like a back and forth battle. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yeah. So the last 6 event, it was all title fight and stuff like that. So I don't know. We'll shoot more videos. There's different ways to support us. We're gonna have a different pricing structure, not pricing donation structure, and based on what you support, you get different stuff from us. You know, free training session, books. You know, whatever. You know, we'll figure it out. Anything else?
Yeah, we can throw in like vlogs. You know what we're doing, that sort of thing. If you're really into like the training personally, like if you're a fighter yourself, you can, you know, pick our brains, that sort of thing. Yeah.
I don't know. This is something we're gonna try. I always tell Evander, there's nothing wrong with trying, provided that you're able to recover from it. You know what I mean? Too often people are afraid to try things. You know, so I forget where I learned that. I think it's one of the military branch. You have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, and the more you get comfortable being uncomfortable, the more you can push your boundary, the more you can try and do different things. You know what I mean? And it's crazy. Like, this school is so small in the middle of nowhere, and I honestly believe in 2-3 years you'll be fighting in one of the biggest shows. World Submission Fight. We literally always fought on it. Bellator or UFC. You know, and consistently. You know what I mean? King of the Cage even. You know, King of the Cage Casino, Niagara. All right. Good job, Evander. All right. Okay. Let's put this video up. Oh, crap. My foot.
You alright? You sore?
Yeah. No, it's that foot again. Oh, it's called mild flex or whatever it's called.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my battery's. Oh, good timing. My battery's about to die.